Today we focus on about what I call 3 levels to check their understanding of the learning target. We posted it on the smart board. I wrote it up being the first class of the day with them. They were recording that under their learning track sheet in their binder. And as they're doing that, we've really tried to focus lately on really diving in personally, independently, and thinking about what those words mean in there. And I think that also, as we checked, even had a little raise of the hand of who understands what this means, and not many kids did. There were some new words in there today. So then we took it to another level, had them go into a small group that led into some discussions that generated some further thought amongst the kids. And then I was able to hear some things from them. Covered up the rectangular prism by having the kids gather some things from around the room, but there's a word of formula that stuck out to them today, which was a new word for us. So then after they met with a small group, after the independent thought, we brought it together as a whole for a class discussion. A formula, guys, is very similar to Mariah equation. Basically what this does is allows us to input some numbers into a formula, and what's it going to spit out? The answer, which is going to be our volume in today's lesson. Okay, so we're going to use a formula. We're going to get there. How many people think they know the formula now? A few of you? Maybe? We'll get there. To find the volume, everybody say volume. Volume. Well, one word goes with volume. To get the kids to understand and for me to think they understand, I think those quick checks of a quick raise of a hand, some people would like to do the thumbs up and those things, or simply asking them. And I mean, starting to trust these kids of getting more to that level of middle school and getting a little bit older and more responsible things, and I think they've gotten comfortable with the binders. But even walking around that, it's nice to go away from just the independent thought, okay, do you guys got that? And some will raise their hand and some aren't quite paying attention. But when we make them talk in small groups and go around to hear what they're saying, to take care of some of those issues in there and then bring it all back together, and even a couple little examples in between time. But we will get into some more further examples and some of our other resources to start checking if they're getting this. When you go through a 40-minute class, 45, whatever it may be, and getting kids to stay in one spot and continue to learn, stay engaged, even for a man like me to sit still, this is starting to get long for me right here. But bringing the kids up to the board, when I was starting to talk to them, you know, they were kind of sidetracked by, they were still trying to figure out this problem or whatever else may have been on their mind at the time. But we like to bring the kids up. We a lot of times call those just our cheap field trips. We brought everybody up to the board and get them more interactive with what the lesson was, and even had the kids gather around the table in the middle there to see an example of what an actual rectangular prism looks like with the built unit cubes. So I think just when they get up and just to move around a little bit, kind of that kinesthetic movement, keeps them active and engaged.